that Arc Warden, so it does mean it's going to be the safe lane DP, which we have seen before. Not often, but this hero, we've seen it off lane, safe lane, carry. Apparently, Death Prophet can do it all. Who would have guessed?
Yep. I've seen it support. I've seen it 5 position, you know.
I remember last ESL, it was 4 and 5. I remember it failed as a 5, but it kind of worked as a 4, and I'm like, oh, thank God I can't play 5 at least.
After I saw that, I did that in a pub, and I was like, wow, this is actually not too bad.
Yeah.
I think I saw like 4 Zoomers doing some 5-position Death Prophet, and I was like, I'm going to try this.
Yeah. And I love the good luck, have fun from Saberlight with the 3 exclamation marks. Feeling a little sarcastic to me, maybe. And we did see at the end of that game, you know, VP.P, they said GG. All of NIP just quit out, didn't say GG. So whether there's beef or not, I'm loving it. A little bit of spice added on.
There is, Grant. These teams hate each other. They absolutely despise each other's guts. I have it on good knowledge.
Your source that you can't reveal has told you all of this from the scene.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you for it.
Yep.
I believe you. And the Winter Wyvern starting off Bassi, a Tango. A little bit different for a winner, especially a Winter Wyvern in the... It is the 5. I wonder... You don't tri-lane this, or do you? Possibly.
For the Spectre? I don't think so. I hope not.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to fight for the rune, and then he'll jump up there on top, I assume, from the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, Wyvern goes top. The Bassie's nice for Spectre. Just, you can use some dagger to secure last hits, and then you've got that free mana regen. But for now, there is still 3 bottom. I don't think it stays this way. Yeah, there's the TP. Saniko's Witch Doctor seems to be headed to the off lane. I think they want that stronger laning hero to pressure the Spectre. Shaker's just this hero that secures your lane and pulls it back, but Spectre free farms against the Beastmaster Shaker lane. So,
speaking of the Shaker, same build. Bassi and a couple of Tangos. Normally, are you surprised? But is that because you're in the safe lane? We almost always see Boots first. It feels like I honestly haven't seen a Bassi first.
Maybe it's an error thing. I've seen Bassi first on Shaker. I want to say it might have been error. It's just like free. Instead of buying clarities, you basically you don't buy any clarities because you always have mana with this Bassi, and you can just spam Fissure a lot more. It's pretty nice. I think this item, it's been nerfed a little bit. It used to be, I think, 2 mana regen to everyone. Now it's 1.4 only. But when you have a second hero that's benefiting from the Bassi aura, it just feels good to have.
So the lane will even out bottom. Top lane, it's going to be the Witch Doctor. Just squaring up against the Winter Wyvern. The one problem with Winter Wyvern, your right clicks are pretty bad. Short range, not much damage. You're all about that Splinter Blaster, your Arctic Burn cooldown. And I think this is going to be a rough lane for that Winter Wyvern. But it does mean a lot of the attention's on him and not on the Spectre, who's actually doing pretty good on this CS in those first few waves. And middle, once again, it's FN Quap. We know he's good. He lost last game with it, but versus the Arc Warden, do you know how this lane goes? Like, it feels like Shadow Strike Harass isn't as big because Arc Warden has pretty big range, right?
Yeah, I think Arc Warden should do pretty well in this mid matchup. Not totally sure, not matchup I can say I have much experience with. Haven't seen a whole lot.
Feels like maybe both of them will just farm, and then once again, might be a rune thing. We saw NIP, they are, even if they themselves don't want the rune, they will fight just so FN can't get that rune.
Top lane, Saniko's going to find a courier. This is huge. That's the magic wand.
Yeah, the full wand. He didn't even have the stick yet. That hurts.
That's really big. Witch Doctor Saniko's made some nice plays, right? He denied a Hulk earlier. They put a sentry down because the Hulk vision was allowing him to just harass the Wyvern in fog. So Saniko then denied the Hulk when the sentry got placed. So he's making Iron waste a lot of golden XP up here.
Yep, as long as he doesn't die here, and he shouldn't. Tango's Fairy Fire and a Healing Cell. Pop that Maledict on Winter Wyvern, and yep, there you go. And I like, Peter talked about this especially. When you have a Beastmaster, let the Beastmaster get to 3. Saneko has taken 2 or 3 creeps of experience, and now Saberlight is 3. And you got the level 2 board, and there's going to be a TP from Phoenix already. And they just realized, oh my goodness, he is really fast level 3. We got to do something, which means bottom lane. They know it's a solo hero, so they stun. Unable to get
they're trying to kill Saberlight top with this Maledict being used as a counterplay.
It looks like they're doing a ton of damage. The Fire Spirit isn't going to be enough, and he has the headdress early going for that HOD, and he has a healing self. He's going to stay in this lane, and we got Era TP'd up here. Who do you favor in a tri-lane versus tri-lane, with these heroes?
I think definitely NIP because Beast is already level 3. You mentioned it. The second point of the board, these spores just get so much tougher to deal with.
Yeah, look at they're running past the creeps. Every ability being used by everyone. That is going to be a stun. They want to get the first blood on Epileptic in. They get the coconut out. Will the Maledict plus the boars be enough? I think he might survive. They
Who's dying first?
Saneko probably getting first. Blooded he does. Save gets the kill, and the Spectre, he's fine. Level 1 Maledict, pretty damn bad.
Yeah, he's fine, but his game's also in a really terrible place, I would say.
No regen, didn't have the stick we saw get denied.
Yeah, so I think VPP make the best of it getting first blood, but they're still really concerned about Epileptic Kid's game. He's not even level 3 yet, he's getting bullied. Losing his Curry and the Wand is a huge deal. Beastmaster's level 4.5 almost, like...
So this is one of those, they get the first blood, but it's like, what does the Spectre do now is the question.
And I've seen a lot of this Death Prophet DK 1v1 in the mid lane. It's very DP favorite. It's one of the few heroes that can actually kill DK through the armor. Like, you can get a 3rd point in Dragon Blood at level 5. When DP gets Exorcism, you're forced to just TP away, and maybe you just die to it.
Yeah. Well, it is 22-5 on DM, so he's doing good in that safe lane. But Charlie 20-3, so this bottom lane, they're pretty much just trading farm. Middle, a lot of denies from this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is actually destroying this Arc Warden right now.
Killing it.
Yeah,
3 points in Shadow Strike. Oof. Yeah, going all in on the lane dominance.
Yeah. And we'll have to see if the Arc Warden, we saw Supreme, he had a real rough early game last game. He managed to bring it back. We'll see if he can do the same with the Arc Warden. Top. Dire has that ward down in the jungle. We'll see if they try to deny it because they see everything. Saberlight, Seneko, yep, they're going to go on him. There's going to be a nice fly over Seneko. He is definitely going to go down. Well, maybe not. He's running away. Fire Spirits on him. They do get that last attack. Instead, Save getting right-clicked as well. Gets hit with the Enchant Totem. It is only level 1 Maledict again. I think everyone's out. Couple of HP missing, but they're good.
Level 1 Maledict, almost just even more pitiful perhaps than the level 1 Fire Spirits. I don't know which is like a worse level 1 value point.
I get it. Yeah, it feels like both. You're taking off like the regen from the hero, and that's it. It's not actually doing damage. Oh, but they're pushing forward again, and Saberlight, he pulled some creeps under his tower.
Oh, Charlie's ganking mid. Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Is he going to get this? I think he is. He's going to go for the Spirit Sipe, and this is going to be a kill. Charlie
in the mid lane.
Just out of nowhere. That is really good teamwork, and you're definitely getting a tip there.
He's just like, what the hell is this Quap doing here?
And now top, we do not have mana for the dagger. He has 7 wand charges, so he couldn't. He'll actually throw it out, hits onto the Saberlight, and yeah, they play that perfectly middle, though. Supreme, he baited out the blink, and Charlie's just sitting there. He's like, yep, I knew you would do that.
That's a team player. He grabbed both bounty runes, that's the reason why. If they weren't bounty runes, running from bottom to mid is like, if you don't get the kill, suddenly your game's ruined. But because he's getting bounty runes, he's close enough that it's worth trying to gank the co-op. If it doesn't work, oh well, you were nearby anyways.
Yep. So 3 bounty runes picked up by Radiant. There's still another one sitting there in the Radiant jungle. They'll probably get it. It's going to be 4 for 4. It does mean the DK gets farmed, but you give the rest of your team those bounties, deny it. You're completely okay with that.
Yeah, was expecting this matchup bottom to be more Death Prophet favored, but with the rotation and just DK having help at the early levels, it's meant that it's gone more Death Prophet's way.
Yeah. And we'll see. The DK, he does need to get some stuff done. DM got a pretty quick Tread, Soul Ring, Blink last game, and he got a good first gank, but after that it felt like he couldn't really find anything, but you were grouping 5-man with Medusa. Maybe not the same game here.
Yeah, definitely different story. I think they've got a much stronger team fight with Phoenix and Wyvern, something they lacked last game.
Saberlight, is he dead? He sure is. They get the kill. They just rifle him down. Oh my goodness, Era just kills 2 couriers though. You get a kill on Saberlight, and then you just lose 2 of your couriers to that Hawk. The Vision game middle. Whoa, Supreme, he pops his Fair Fire. This looks to be a kill. He's going to throw it on the Ghost. Not going to be enough. Supreme goes down to FN. Just like that, VP.Prodigy back up.
Yeah, that double curry is 500 total gold for NIP. Meanwhile, those kills that VPP get, probably about similar. Those 2 kills give them around 500-ish gold, maybe even slightly less.
Damn. So those curries, you got to be careful with them. And now the bounty Era's like, oh, still here, cool. All right, I'll take it. Why not? And now you see what you were kind of talking about, that Spirit Sign. He doesn't go for the point Exorcism at 6. I'm a little surprised as well. Like you said, pressure tower, pressure DK.
I think if any, you probably asked the team, like, can any support rotate? I can level Exorcism. If not, then you probably
just do that.
You don't, but yeah, I think because he's playing from behind, you have less kill threat with Exorcism, but I'd still expect him to level it at 7, although that 4th point in Spirit Siphon, you kind of want that 4 max charges, so we'll see.
Oh, they're jumping ahead top against Seneko. You're dead. That TP is not going to be successful now. VP.Prodigy, they're happy with this because now they know that TP's on cooldown, so the Witch Doctor can't even help another lane. This tri-lane seems to be going in favor of the Dire after that early dual lane, and a good rotation that means from Save.
And you've got to be scared of FN, who's kind of crushed mid lane, has full rune control, so he can always make rotations up top as well.
Yep. They will slowly right-click save down with the boars. Saberlight's so close to level 6. If he got 6 there, he's roaring that Winter Wyvern and killing. But middle, a lot of damage being done to FN. Is it going to be enough to get the kill? Needs one more. The Flux isn't on. Will get out.
Yeah. But Quap going back to base, so now that TP threat is something you have to really consider.
And okay. Into the bottom lane. Charlie will just get stunned. Spirit Siphon. There is Saberlight. He's level 6. Can you get this kill without Exorcism? We're about to find out. As long as you get the board. But guess what? There's a Phoenix down here as well. Saberlight, who's he looking for? Still DM. Gets the rub. Gets the Spirit Siphon. But up left again. He's instantly down here. DM trying to tank up enough to survive. It's FN and the Winter Wyvern. It's a 5-man rotation. They even saved DM. No, he will go down. Charlie gonna be next. And then Saberlight. This is gonna be a 2-for-1 trade. It is a gigantic 5-man rotation from Virtus.Prodigy.
Yep. You know, Quap was just at base healing at the perfect time. They're like, oh, my core's getting gone. I'm going to TP there. That's 3 kills for me. It is a big commitment from VPP, but I think that's the important thing for Spectre is just get involved early. Your supports leave your lane. You can't farm there. You go haunt kill, and then you're suddenly in a lane that's empty, and you can kind of farm after you win the fight.
Yeah. And you see the replay here, right when the roar comes out, the Spectre does. But middle lane, Seneko, he's going to be the next one to go down. They get the Maledict up on the DK. It is level 2, so it actually does a little damage, but not quite that much. That is still a DK and a stun, actually. Save might be dead to the Maledict now. No. Still survives. They will pop that first Exorcism, and they're not just going to pressure middle. It looks like they are going to be able to pick it up, and the regen rune just gets denied by Charlie. All right. Will they get this tower? The creeps are dead. I don't think you want to tank this tower too much because there's a lot of heroes here. Charlie, you're crazy. He's going to throw out a Spirit Siphon. Well, that's 5 heroes again, gods. They are really defending this tower, but it still goes down. And it's Charlie who ends up getting it. I assume he'll probably say worth it.
Probably, yeah. It's big commitment. You know, his Exorcism's down anyway, so all he's going to do is kind of farm while it's off, but VPP with their 8th kill now, feeling, I think, pretty good about where this game is at. Spectre is top. They've got the 3 top net worth heroes. Spectre number 1. Their supports are a little under-leveled, but not... I mean, Wyvern hit 6, I believe, with the Tome, and Phoenix has got a lane to himself up top now as well, so...
Oh, middle tower. Supreme tried to deny it with that Tempest double, unable to get it. Top lane. It's just a DK to defend. When is Arc Warden? Like, when are you that hero in the game? It's not like Omega late game, or is he like that? Or is it like
kind of
1
like
or 2
that?
items?
I think it's kind of like you send your Tempest double to go fight with your team while you just keep on farming for days on your main hero because they have a problem dealing with the supports of VPP. I think the panel mentioned, like, you might be able to scout them with the Hawk, but how do you get to them? I think a super farmed Arc Warden with like a Shadow Blade plus Mjolnir, BKB to get to the backlines is almost maybe needed.
And we'll see. He gets that book one first. Most people do it. Just increase your farm. You can push multiple lanes at once, as you said, with the Tempest double. And that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, book 1 into Maelstrom. Silver Edge seems pretty good. Very good Silver Edge game against the Spectre.
Ooh, in top lane, they do get the block on DM. Maledict will hit him. That's going to be an egg instantly placed down. And now Saberlight, he's going to try to run. No, that egg is going to stay alive. Is it? No, it's so weak at level 1, but won't matter. They do enough damage, and FN gets the double. Charlie going to try to just TP out DM. Unable to get that stun off. So a 2-for-1 trade, and you save your tower. It feels like Virtus.Prodigy is playing this game a little bit better.
Absolutely. A little bit of anti-synergy, which is maybe unavoidable with the Wyvern and Phoenix. When you Winter's Curse them and they have Fire Spirits on them, it's kind of like they're not hitting themselves very quickly. But at the same time, Phoenix is like, I'm using my Supernova, I'm going to use Fire Spirits on the enemy. Like, it's definitely not on the Phoenix, and I think it was a good curse. Ultimately, it's just something... I think you maybe want to wait for the egg to go down before you commit the curse, because the egg came out like kind of after the curse.
Oof. They were looking to maybe get a kill there on DK, but a little miscommunication. They might just try to push this tower now. Yeah, DM says, all right, it's yours. We're out of here. And Era just now hit level 6. The Phoenix already level 7. And they're looking. They're like, we're getting this tower down bottom. If you want to defend it, we will kill you. And looks like Era will make it away, just runs.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games where he's just not going to have a free Shaker game. Like we've seen his Shaker be absolutely dominant, but you're playing against Spectre. There's no real easy lane for him to go to get his Blink Dagger farm on. So, tricky one for him.
And tower for tower, Epileptic Kid and Charlie, both carries, getting the tower last hit, getting some extra gold. But this Spectre, as you talked about, the highest net worth in the game, and was thinking about going to Yasha before the Reigns. He's like, well, I'm actually just farming good. I'll keep the casual Band of Elven skin. I'll just go Radiance.
Yeah, easy +6 Agi. Well, there's maybe pseudo value items for your farm.
Yep. Uh-oh. They find save. Hey, any pickup? Whoa, will they even get the pickup? They have the right click. The fire spirits. They're trying Seneko. Nice attack. What? God, level 1 egg so bad.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, even up top, he hit the fire spirits on everyone. They still were able to bring it down. But once you get that second level, I don't think that egg's ever dying, it feels like.
Yeah, level 12 is often a key timing for Phoenix.
Oh, and there's going to be a Spectre. They go instantly onto the Beastmaster. Do we have a stun? No.
TP's out.
Wow.
All right.
Simple as that. Just TP. As Supreme continues to farm, goes for the treads after that book one, and now is going to go for that Mjolnir you talked about.
Yep. Pretty standard stuff. I don't think we'll be seeing Supreme forcing fights himself for a long, long time. I mean, he's more than happy for his team to try and make some plays with the Roar and the Exorcism, but he is going to be like the last one to show up. He'll be like, okay, that looks like a good fight. I'll send my Tempest double. Okay, it's a really good fight. I'll send my real hero.
Yeah. It feels like NIP's just playing the keep away game as well. As we saw the Spectre just haunts aggressively. They TP out. It feels like at this point they have pickup on NIP, but they don't want to be committed to any sort of fight.
It's kind of like both teams going late game here. The Spectre with Radiance up against the Arc Warden, who will ultimately build a Silver Edge at some point. Not sure if I directly favor one team over the other. I think perhaps VPP slightly, just because I think the Spectre is kind of the semi-counter to the Arc Warden, and they've just got better team fight. Phoenix, Winter Wyvern, their two supports are just fantastic in the late game.
Well, an interesting move. 15 minutes in, you don't often see this. A lot of heroes bottom from Radiant, and there was a lot of heroes top from Dire, but it looks like they might want to take this. Oh, Phoenix, he's going to try to fly away, will be hit. Maldic is only level 3, so will survive. But does scout out Ein with that last attack of the Death Ward, and he's just going to run. Saberlight's going to pick up this tower. And we'll see what they want to do after this if someone wants to defend that top tower. A lot of gold going to waste there.
Save actually thought he was going to die. He TP'd before the last Maledict tick, then bought a raindrop to block some of the damage. So
wow. He was taking a lot.
Yeah, it would have been close. It looked like he'd live on like 20 or 30 health to me.
Oh, there it is again. Stun into Maldic. The Maldic actually misses on the Winter Wyvern, by the way. We'll see if that has to make a difference, and it looks like it will. He's just running away. No, he doesn't use it until he already dies. Charlie, he's in trouble now. Throws out the Spirit Siphon. Eggs there. Seneko might be able to just solo it. Saberlight runs in. Yep, Egg goes down again, but you do lose Charlie and Era. A 2-for-2 trade as Epileptic Kid and FN the Quap just farm top.
Yeah, Era died top. It looked like...
Yeah, under the tower.
Okay. So he was just trying to farm the wave, and Quap and Spectre used ultimate. Oh, Spectre's ultimate's on Claude, so Quap used ultimate for it, I guess?
Just blow it up, and unable to get the tower. I'm surprised they're not actually trying to pressure it up top, as the creeps will beat it down.
Perhaps, I mean, one of the downsides of Spectre as a carry, you just don't push buildings.
At all.
Same for Quap. I mean, they've got the DK as a 3, which is at least one nice thing. That's why they took the bottom and mid-tier ones, but...
Uh-oh, there's going to be the ulti again. Ein, my friend, you are maledicted. This is not going to be pretty for you when you come out. They do throw out the Winter's Curse. It's just the Boris hitting him, though. Seneko's actually going to TP out the axes. Will hit to a little extra. Not enough to kill, though. And instead, Saberlight, you're going to be going down, my friend. Right clicks a flying. FN already has the Orca. Doesn't even use it. Just blinks forward and takes it. I got a question. Why is the Spectre using a Keen Optic? Is it really just for the mana regen? 1.25?
You betcha.
All right. Because I was looking, they had other items. Like, you have a broom handle on the Quap. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the mango tree, he probably should not have mana problems if he picked up all those mangoes, but I think Spectre with mana just farms faster. That's partly why the Necro 1 build was so popular in Spectre, yeah. I've seen a lot of Bassi Spectre, but since the Bassi nerfs, I've seen less of that.
That is going to be the Radiance, by the way, after he kills one more. Nope, there it is. He's flying it out. So you've got a sub-18-minute Radiance treads on your Spectre, and that is pretty scary for the Radiant side.
Yeah, I think Spectre, definitely one of those heroes that has a lot of mana problems, as much as that broom handle I think would be maybe just as nice. Top rune.
It's going to be a fight
for
for
it. Silence.
Yeah, there's going to be the blink forward from DM.
Great
they
cast.
do get the ulti from Death Prophet. There's going to be the Phoenix again. Can they bring it down? Doesn't look like they want to go for it this time. Instead, they want to go for the Quap. Quap will get brought down. Charlie, he dodges the egg stun, has one more Spirit Siphon, but he is getting 4v1 taken down. Charlie goes down, but Who do you think that did favor? Because you do use your DP ulti, so I know the kill go is in favor of them, but I'm curious if like that kind of just slows the game down by losing that ult.
Slows it down a bit, perhaps slightly VPP favored with how Spectre's doing and just continuing to farm.
Blink on the Earth Shaker, now he's flying it out.
I feel like I don't see these Tempest doubles in these fights that are happening. It's definitely not easy to always have a Tempest double with your team. They don't last particularly long. But yeah, it feels like this game is very 4v5 right now. And like it's not a 4 on the Spectre side, it's a 4 on the Arc Warden side. Supreme's just been in I hit jungle creeps / farm lanes mode. He's using his Tempest double to farm lanes, and I think that's probably a good call. Like, your timing for NIP is very late game oriented with this Arc Warden. If he tries to fight, it's just going to slow down his farm.
Well, they get a Imp Claw on the Radiant. I was looking, I'm like, well, that's usually a good item. They don't really have anyone to use it, though.
Yeah, it looks like Ring of Aquila favored for Arc Warden. It's kind of similar damage output.
And you get the aura, which is a lot better, and you just get some more stats, too, not just that raw damage. So with that Spectre, we already saw the first ultimate, securing on that Charlie kill, even though they lost FN in return. And the gold lead stayed at about 1 to 3K in favor of VPP. But you can feel that Arc Warden is getting a lot of farm.
Yeah, I think we are headed that direction where NIP is just hoping this game stays relatively even and they can get the BKB plus Silver Edge on Arc Warden. To me, that's where you have an Arc Warden who can hunt the supports in the backlines with the Silver Edge and also break the Spectre's passive. As for VPP, anytime Haunt's up, they want to take a fight. Yeah, they've got great late game with Spectre, but you may as well take advantage of the fact that this game is a 5v4.
Yes. You want to force all that action beforehand. You see VP.Prodigy heavily favored again as both teams are just farming up, but one team's farming Roche. Yeah,
they know Haunt's down. That's a heads-up play from them. This is kind of the first actual play the Arc Warden's made all game long.
And we also see this is a big reason why Radiant is favored by a lot of teams. Dire, I mean, they're supposed to be playing bottom, but you can't defend Roshan if you're at bottom lane.
I think, yeah, especially given that it's VPP who've just had control over the last 10 minutes of this game, they probably weren't expecting a Roche play like that.
Oh, and there's going to be a roar on the backside. It is Winter Wyvern who makes it to the low ground. Blink forward by DM, gets the stun. Are they just going to blow up this Beastmaster? He's pretty tanky, though. He doesn't even have the hood yet. He wants to fight it. There's going to be a nice stun. Will they get the Winter Wyvern before the curse? He gets to put down, and there's going to be an egg on top of everyone. Can they bring down their train directly with Supreme? I don't think they're going to get it this time. Epileptic Kid triple kill. This might be an Epileptic Kid. Will they give him the Rampage? Supreme die on the backside to FN. There's the right click. Nope. FN will take one of the kills. Phoenix will die to Supreme, but I think that's all that's going to happen there. There goes the Aegis. What can he do? Can he at least kill DM? He's going for the quick stun. There's going to be the Mjolnir. Lightning procs twice, but won't matter. That is a full-on 5-for-1 team wipe. 6-for-1 if you count the Aegis.
They just forced that way too hard. VPP have the better team fight, and they were diving behind the towers. Yeah, we'll take a look again here. That's a really questionable roar. He has no follow-up at all. Yeah. His team aren't anywhere nearby. You can't go for that roar. And then they try to focus the Spectre, who just blows him up with the dispersion. First finds Saberlight, then he jumps to these supports. And
egg perfectly placed on Egg. Only Supreme able to hit it. And I love it, the fact he throws out these like 4 level 1 eggs that didn't really work, and then the egg that really matters wins them the team fight.
Egg on the high ground, always a good one.
Yeah. I like what you brought up, too. Whenever Spectre's ulti's up, they want to fight, and I like that their whole team thinks of it, right? The Phoenix, he's not scared to just use the ulti if he's going to die. He just wants to use it. They want to fight.
No, absolutely. They were ready, well-positioned for that fight. The vision control over that cliff, one of the important things, but
the over-aggression, it looked like, I feel like if he just Beastmastered, because they had vision of the threes. I thought he was just going to roar and be like, oh, there's a lot of heroes back out, but he like ran down there, he's like, I'm committed.
The second I saw that roar, I'm the same as you. I thought they were just going to completely just get out. Yeah, they have Aegis, which is why in their heads they thought we should just force a fight. Yeah. It was the first time they fought with Supreme. He actually had both his hero and double at the fight. He almost kills the Spectre at the end, so you can see how strong he is.
Hein is going to be maledicted up and right-click. There's going to be DM. Going to the backside, looking for Saberlight. Yeah, that ward is still going off. Get a Splinter Blast. Won't do too much. Does cancel the TP with his ulti before he goes down. So, you know what? Give me that 5 kill. Epileptic Kid will scoop it on up, and they get the Hod creep. So 200 extra gold.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, this is still very much Virtus.Pro-Prodigy favorite. It is only a 1K lead. I thought with that 5-for-1 wipe, it would go way up, but it kind of just stayed the same.
Yep. we'll see. I guess that's part of Arc Warden, just one of those heroes that farms so insanely fast.
And going for the BKB. Sorry, maybe I just
also the Wyvern Bolt back last fight.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. I got a dumb question. Maybe not. Does the Tempest double count as a full egg hit?
Whew. That sounds like one of those quote-unquote dumb questions that should have an easy, obvious answer, but I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, because I see him going for the BKB, and I'm like, I feel like if he has a BKB on him and himself, he can just solo the egg by himself, which is maybe why he's going for it. And BKB is just a damn good item, but... Well, Pipe almost picked up by the Beastmaster. Dire, still 1,000 gold up. Spectre does have the Mantis, so any support you find on the back lines, well, sorry. You are going to get melted, Witch Doctor, as well as possibly the Earthshaker.
Yeah, so the double does count as a
okay,
hit on
so it feels like if he just pops it, they both pop the BKB. Even that level 2 egg's pretty useless now.
Yeah.
If you have the vision of it, obviously.
Yeah, I think the BKB timings on NIP, it reduces a lot of the damage output for VPP. It means they can get rid of the Fire Spirits, hit the egg. They're not getting pulled in by the curse. You can curse the BKB hero to kite them, but you're not going to get forced to attack your teammate. And also the Spectre with Radiance, the Mischance, and all that. BKB is pretty useful there.
Oh, no. Don't let your Winter Wyvern die here. He won't. The Tempest double actually scouts out. The smoke didn't break, but one of them broke the smoke because they saw it and got scared. And, ooh, close.
Yeah. I think they were kind of hunting Spectre, but then Spectre just caught wind of Beastmaster there, ran in, found a good fight.
25-minute runes. Is Seneko greedy to go for the other one? He is. And he'll get both. All right, so 2 bounty runes for each of them. Probably not expecting that. And Sable walk into the Roche pit, check it out. Won't be able to respawn for 3 minutes. They did lose that Aegis very early. All right. Yeah, we're going to slow down a little bit. It feels like now the Spectre's like, all right, let me just get a couple more items. But this Arc Warden scares me personally. We saw the damage you can do, and with the BKB especially, there's 2 of you.
Yeah, I definitely do not count NIP out with this Arc Warden. It's such a scary late-game hero. They don't have a good answer for the BKB Arc Warden. And then the Spectre doesn't like playing into the Silver Edge. I think Spectre's, after this Skadi, will probably want some kind of Abyssal Blade to be able to go on the Arc Warden when you use Haunt. At some point, Arc Warden becomes like the #1 priority to try and kill and deal with. But Abyssal Blade is great for that. So I think Spectre always has items you can go for to maintain kind of an edge in a team fight. Because they picked the Spectre to address the Arc Warden thing.
They did. Well, the gold lead, it's actually almost slipping in favor of NIP as we see Supreme just go up that net worth chart. Both teams also pretty good high ground defense. Winter Wyvern versus Arc Warden. You also have Breathe Fire, Crypt Swarm, Long Cast. It's going to be tough if you are trying to siege a base. You probably got to get a couple kills first.
We're looking at a good 45-minute game, I'd say here. I'm looking forward to it. Buckle in, get your snacks, your drinks.
I'm excited to see. I love watching Spectre versus a hero, another good late game hero, because it's like a lot of people for a big time are like Spectre is the end-all be-all of late game and bottom lane. It's just going to be Supreme's Tempest double here. They're fading it out a bit, but they don't want to commit.
Yeah, he was trying to just get a Wyvern kill there, but got insta-stunned.
Yep. Maybe if they knew they had good vision, because it feels like the Earthshaker is never going to get a good ulti, right? Spectre, the Radiance. It felt like maybe if you just go in there before the Spectre ulti, but they back up.
Yeah, really rough game for Era. Like, he's 2-2-2. Like, he's played fine, and he has been playing fantastic, but it's rough in the sense, like, how do you play Shaker this game? He's got the Shadow Blade queued up. I think when you're against Spectre, you always want to be able to, like, insta-invis when Haunt comes out, Glimmer Cape, Shadow Blade.
Oh, DM. There's going to be the Coconut from the high ground. Is that a block out? It is a block out. There's going to be a BKB pop, though. The ward's still doing a lot of damage. Egg just goes down. Can they just bring it down? Supreme's trying to get it with his BKB. I just crashed from the game, so we're going to go off a different screen. They're going to try to bring him down. FN will get roared. It's a godlike for him, and a perfect Winter Wyvern ulti, but Charlie does get the kill on Epileptic Kid. As BKB'd up, Death Prophet is just eating them alive. They do get the Arc Warden, but you lose the Spectre and both your supports, and, well, a one fight from NIP there.
Yeah. BKB timings, that's the name of the game. They have to commit way too much to kill off the Arc Warden, and this is a Death Prophet with BKB Exorcism. You can't ignore her, which is kind of... all the previous fights, they focused Charlie down. They had, like, the 4v1 fight where they just easily killed her off. This time around, they realized, okay, Supreme's a threat. We got to kill him, but there's 2 big carries on the NIP side, at least currently. Charlie's damage will start to fall off. He isn't farming amazing, but that fight really helped him catch up.
And that was a level 2. Now you've got the level 3 ultimate, as you said, which just buffs that damage up. And the egg, we talked about it with that BKB Dark Warden and you confirming that he can just bring it down himself. All of a sudden, that egg does not feel good until maybe level 18 yourself.
Yeah, Beastmaster Aura. You've got the double Arc Warden with the bubble for attack speed. It is not a fun game. Era didn't even need to use ultimate that fight in the end.
He's just chilling. He's like, I am a Fisher bot.
It definitely felt like Spectre was a little unsure who to go on. Was kind of jumping around, using the Haunt Reality from one target to the next. Like, it starts going on Era, doesn't finish him off, then Reality somewhere else. So it seemed like he kind of just was a bit lost.
And Supreme, he is on the back line. There's going to be a stun. They're just going to burst him down. And this is the scary thing we talked about. If your ultis are on cooldown on Dire, I believe the panel brought this one up, what do? And you see, they're just going to get run over. They need those ultis, and you can't. I don't want to say they wasted them last fight, but you need to have a better fight with them.
Yeah. Roche is respawning, and they're going to have Exorcism, so this feels like NIP's Roche for the taking, although they haven't...
Oh, they're going to throw out the dunk. It's FN. He gets a nice double stun off. Can they save him? The Sunray? Not enough. FN instantly bursted down, and now Charlie, he gets the silence and the Spirit Simon, not jumping uphill. But this is going to be a tier 2 tower, and as you said, they should just walk to the Roche pit, and more than likely they will. And just like that, NIP... I want to say, they're just the kings of knowing their timing, because they're always behind in these games gold-wise, but it never feels like they play from behind. They're just always playing aggressively. I think both these teams do that well, though.
Yeah, for all the hype around VPP, NIP is just looking like the better overall team, I feel like, in this series at least. They're playing solid Team Dota.
And it's Roche, like you said, and even Charlie's like, I got a greater fairy fire, we can get a cheese, I can have double cheese, sure.
Don't know if they can contest this. They're going to be too late to get here in time, even with their ultimates back up. You know, Egg, Winter's Curse, Haunt around a Roche pit, you think is fantastic, but all it took was a quad pickoff.
Yeah, I just saw the item, the neutral item. Arc Warden has one of the best, I think it might be the best person to have it, Enchanted Quiver. That is a lot of bonus damage for your Tempest double.
Yeah, that's great. When you want to just quickly kill these backline supports, or I mean even the frontliners, whoever you're trying to kill, it's just, like you say, a lot of damage.
Gives you a little bit of burst finally, and the DK, it's been kind of the same. DM has such a good laning phase, and even like that early mid game, and then it just feels like, what do you do now? It feels like he's just a BKB stun at this point.
Yeah, I think for VPP, they can definitely defend high ground. The support ultimates is kind of their strength, I would say, in many ways. FN's got a kind of difficult game. If anything, you don't want to be getting jumped on ever by that Blink Echo Slam. Playing against Shaker, BKBs does not fix your game because there's the Fissure as well as the Echo Slam that kind of, in some ways, counter BKB.
And oh my goodness, I was just looking at, I just went to the last hit, denies. Arc Warden almost at 400 at 30 minutes in, almost 300 for the Spectre. We have got some farmers in this game.
Nice. Digging the creeps.
Yep. And Arc Warden, surprisingly, only level 18. As you know, you get a lot of gold, but you don't get experience from your Tempest double, so you're actually, most of your farm is not experience.
Yeah, he's trying to find other ways to get those levels.
Yep, because you do. Do you remember what tournament that was when we saw the level 25 Arc Warden and just like they instantly killed Roche? I know that was when Nigma was Liquid, or were they already Nigma? Because I thought it was their team.
I don't remember that.
The
one I remember is no one getting blown up on Virtus Pro.
Oh, that one is.
He got like swapped in or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was just a pile of Spark Race that he just blew up on.
Yep. And that is scary. Level 25 Arc Warden has to be one of the scarier ones you can go against for sure. Combined with his level 20 talent, they just add up so well. And bottom lane, they are ready to push. You've got the DP ulti up in 4. You do have every ulti on VP.Prodigy. It felt like the last fight was pretty good for NIP because there were a couple of ults down when Earthshaker went in.
They're scanning for the wraparound, but it looks like VPP are going to avoid the scan.
Super wraparound.
Yeah. They may run into Charlie. He's a good target. He does not have the Aegis. Does have BKB and cheese, though.
So you just, if you can stun before the BKB, maybe Seneko tanks it. They are going all the way around, and they want to take this fight. Air on the backside. There is going to be a dust on DM. They're going to be able to find this Earthshaker instantaneously. BKBs are getting popped, but they do get the winner's curse up on DeathProd, who did pop her ulti. Big ulti from FN. Is it enough, though? The egg has already exploded. They're going to get the Beastmaster. They lose that aura. Charlie, he is in a lot of trouble. He eats the cheese, but this looks exactly like the fight they took after that first Roche. You take the Roche, and then you lose the fight. Okay.
Whew.
Meanwhile, Supreme,
what a fight.
He's disconnected.
See ya.
And yeah, well, he was dead anyways. And this was a 4 For 0, I wouldn't doubt it, man. You just... How does this work? How does NIP win the fights when they don't have anything, and then every fight after you have the Aegis, you have the cheese, they lose it 5-0 this time, not even 5-1.
When VPP, if they get off all their spells, you don't win a fight against Supernova, Winter's Curse, like Dragonform, DK, Haunt. Like there's no winning that. Like if you look at what Witch Doctor offers to a team fight, you compare it to Wyvern or Phoenix, it's like not even 50% of the impact of those supports. Everyone got hit by the Supernova stun, then there's a Sunray. And then because Supernova's already gone off, they're like, okay, we don't waste stuff on Phoenix, but Sunray's a hell of a spell. He's just burning people down.
It is. We see the G from Senenko. What can Supreme do with his Tempest double? That's BKB. That's the question. Can he do anything? Probably not. Maybe clear out the creep wave.
Can he kill the Phoenix? Phoenix has no spells.
Has the Mjolnir. And we see readies. Hopefully they don't have each other muted, which we've seen before. But honestly, they might. I very well could believe they have each other muted.
Yeah, there's no reply.
We saw this yesterday in it was Crazy Quincy. We were just like, I guess we're just chilling here until someone says something. But yeah, you talked about
the admin to say something.
Yeah, these supports, man. You're the one who just keeps bringing it up. These Phoenix Winter Wyvern just so much better in team fights than an Earthshaker and a Witch Doctor.
Yeah, Echo Slam is... It's just been nerfed over the many years. It's not like this crazy damage output. It is still a good spell as far as initiating on BKB cores because you stun them before anything happens. All right, we're just unpausing right away, and a Tempest double, nothing. That's interesting unpause. Yeah, they said they're ready and to go, but when you wait 30 seconds,
wait a minute, then do it. Like, all right,
you should ask them after. Normally, you're like after a minute or whatever. It's like you're like, okay, are you still ready?
But we're back into it in the Phoenix going for the Heaven's Halberd. That's going to be pretty nice for that Arc Warden as well, even just a Tempest double.
Yeah, it's a good little pickup. I think I would have rather have seen the Ag Scepter personally in this game. The save factor as well as the extra hits. I think Halberd, it's one of those items that always sounds great on paper on a hero like Phoenix, but getting to Halberd somebody before you egg is... Usually you're just trying to dive and get the perfect placement on your egg. You don't get to use Halberd is part of the problem, I feel. But Halberd against ranged heroes always feels nice.
And well, NIP, they had a 4K gold lead before that fight, and now Virtus.Prodigy up by 2,000, and who would have guessed? Now the Spectre a little bit happier, almost has a Basher 600 away, and yeah, you see that, look at that net worth. Woof. Yeah. All the way up, all the way down. The experience always in favor of Virtus.Prodigy, though.
Yeah, I think NIP's takeaway from that fight is maybe A, let's just farm it up a bit more, get more items on Supreme, and B, let's not just try brute force down. Like, we can't walk into these big ultimates. They need to be the ones starting the fight. That's how they were winning earlier when they blink Echo Slam the Queen of Pain. If they can start the fight with a blink Echo Slam and kill one of the cores, they'll win the fight. So they need to change their approach and find a way to enable Air to have an impact. Because it's a chaotic team fight like that where there's Haunt down, he's just not getting off good usage of his spells.
And oh my goodness, the Supreme and DK are both like invis there, and he's like, something's not right here, and a good call by DM not going for the rune.
Yep. Just finding a catch there, but not quite.
It's tough. It's tough to take a fight. As you said, NIP wants to take the fight. And we'll see. As long as that, the Earthshaker, the only good ult he's had so far is when the Spectre ulti was on cooldown, and maybe that's what they're nervous about.
Yeah, another blink roar attempt, and Ein Fast Fingers blinks away. Almost blinked into an Aqua Warden, but not the case.
He's still good for now. We are going to see, they're initiating on. That's just going to be an egg going down. Saberlight, he's running at that egg, but there's no way. Yeah, it'll just go down. Charlie, he's going to get stunned as well after that Winner's Curse. Do they just want to run? He's already popped the ulti.
He's going to get stunned.
He's going to try to get away. He's just dead.
He died in...
Oh my goodness. He just gets destroyed, and just like that, Virtus.Prodigy, they've taken over this game. They found another, but he's DC'd.
Supreme, yeah.
He was running and he stopped. This might add a little fuel to the fire here, gods, because he is just chilling there.
Randomly DCing, unfortunate.
Yeah, never feels good. They are. Oh, we are lagging. Yeah, so we're gonna wait it up a little bit, but I think this Arc Warden's just dead unless they allow him to live.
He's got BKB TP, right? Nothing to cancel that.
Let's see. Yeah, no Winner's Curse, no egg. I see.
I don't think they have the burst to kill him.
As long as he comes back, you have to do it right away, though.
Yeah.
No trying to get fancy like, oh, Mjolnir.
Yeah,
BKB TP.
He may not realize DK is next to him in Viz, for example, and like you say, he may not try insta BKB. I mean, you should. You've got Shadow Strike on you. The only way out of this is by TPing, and you don't TP without.
God, what a scary look. It just all 3 cores of Dire just submerging on. This Arc Warden's still level 18, by the way. Wasn't he level 18 like 10 minutes ago? Am I crazy? He has not gained experience. We talked about the Tempest double, but he actually has not gained any experience.
I think you're right.
Wow.
He's
on the struggle bus.
Yeah, a lot of grouping up. I think NIP has spent the last 10 minutes trying to play around Aegis, play as a 5-man unit. They feel like they hit their timing, something they're usually pretty good at understanding, but yeah, they've basically been grouping up with Supreme since he finished Silver Edge, and unfortunately the last few fights haven't gone well for them. Maybe the lag and the DCs contributing to that.
Don't help as 3 players currently gone from NIP. It's not looking too good. At least while you're DC'd, you can maybe think, I wouldn't say this game's over, but I would say it's gone heavily in favor of VP.Prodigy now.
Yeah, for sure. The Basher's up on Spectre. Actually, so yeah, the BKB TP...
You got a chance to stop it.
You have. He should be able to get at least 1 right-click in, maybe a couple before the TP goes off. But I think Spectre with Abyssal is kind of going to be a problem for Supreme in the late game. He has got the Satanic coming out, which is his solution to late game dealing with Spectre, but
if he can ever get that.
There's just a lot of control. There's, I mean, DK, Quap, and Spectre, all 3 cores scale well going late, so it's tricky.
It is. We do see a Charlie reconnect, but he was the last one to DC, so hopefully the other 2 able to get back in. There's going to be Saberlight, all right. And now the one guy who matters, will he make it back, and what will his thoughts be on his current predicament? Probably not good.
No,
it feels like, do you just go middle now as well if you're Dire? If you get this kill, do you think you just run down middle? There's a tier. You definitely get the tier 2. Do you think of going base and forcing a buyback on? Does the Arc Warden doesn't even have it, so they obviously don't know that. But
they don't have creep wave with them. It's pretty far back.
Save needs to push it. Oh, and he is. All right, so it looks like that's what they want to do. But as you said, very, very pushed in on the Radiant side. And there is going to be an unpause. All right, let's see. BKB instant. There's the BKB. He actually turns it around, and he gets first hit back.
He's killing FN.
Can he get it, though? He gets bash hit up, and no. Ein is actually dying on the backside to Era, but no one's going to die except Supreme. So it looked like possibly Ein will go down. Supreme actually gets it with his Arc Warden Tempest, though, but Seneko melted down by the Radiant's dagger. And, well, got to be careful you're that DK. No. Down goes. And Era, he's getting chased. The clumsy net goes off, will secure him another kill, and even worse now for NIP as they lose a lot of heroes.
Yeah, so Quap's Blink was down, which is why they tried to kill FN. He didn't actually micro his Tempest double, I think because he's trying to save his main hero. Yeah. He definitely could have killed FN. FN got fissured right next to a Tempest double that wasn't attacking Queen of Pain. Well, ultimately, once he decided not to BKB TP, he was 100% going to down his hero, but he could have taken FN with him.
Yep. I do like how it's probably a good thing he went for the kill. I love the first hit from the Spectre as a bash, though. Immediately, like, of course it was.
Yeah.
And they're pushing all 3 lanes. I like what they're doing. So they're not pushing the high ground yet, but you get the full lane set up in your favor now.
Yeah, Radiant used Glyph, so maybe you just try to take all 3 tier 2s or something. Although respawn timers are ending. They were pretty low.
And now it's pretty much the Spectre. Level 25 has become unkillable unless Silver Edge hit. You got the 5% extra dispersion. You really do. You just have to Silver Edge or avoid that hero completely.
Absolutely. I think, yeah, Spectre's kind of one of the last heroes you try and deal with in a team fight. Address the supports first if possible. But
and I think the problem is you look at the net worth chart, and it's 2 cores versus 1 at this point. Spectre the highest, then Arc Warden right there, but the Queen of Pain almost 6,000 gold up ahead of the counterpart Charlie.
And Spectre, dream item, Illusionist Cape comes out.
Yup.
One of the best tier 4 items you could hope for. Really, probably the best, in fact. So we'll see if NIP get any good tier 4 items to kind of match that.
Magic Lamp.
Yeah, that's a bad start.
You win.
Oh, dear.
That is. Is that the worst tier 4, do you think? For me, it is, at least. It's almost like, might be one of the worst neutrals per thing.
Yeah, I think it's one of the worst. I think Prince's Knife is pretty bad after the duration nerf, personally. The projectile speed is just like It's so
whatever.
useless.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like that's cool. They added like a little variety, but who cares?
You know, it doesn't actually really increase your DPS.
Okay, we have almost a Satanic on the Quap. The Spectre gets the full Abyssal Blade now, and yeah, it feels like VP.Prodigy might look for one last team fight with these big ultis and maybe just try to end the game after. I'm just not sure how you get back into this. Supreme's pushing out bottom with this Tempest double. I like they are going to just keep one lane always pushed in, so it's in the back of their mind.
Yeah. That was a Spell Prism on Supreme. That's definitely one of the better ones I think he could have got.
Oh.
A lot of cooldown reduction for your items as well as your spells.
An Era. He's just, we talked about it. He actually played really well in the early game, but you're versus a Phoenix, a Wyvern, a Spectre. They're always going to have vision. I mean, there's almost no chance you get that Blink ulti ever.
Yeah, he's going to be doing more Shadow Blading around, and even that's not the easiest thing in the world. Yep. It's not just Spectre you're going to struggle to kill too. FN also has a Satanic level 25, so has that fear.
Good luck. Pretty much unkillable, yeah.
I think they're going to be in full like high ground defense mode on the NIP side now. It's a lot harder for Wyvern and Phoenix to use their spells well when they're pushing high ground. They're very much heroes more designed for like fighting out in open areas or around vision, around wards, around your own high ground.
I was trying to see, where's his Witch Doctor go? Oh, to pick up a Nuke. Oh, the Leveler is just sitting on the ground. No one picked up. He gets with the Courier. Nice play.
FN and VPP just hunting Tempest doubles anytime they come out.
Yeah. Just farming that gold. Somehow they do have an outpost, so they get some experience. Radiant is outside of the base. They're middle, but they are getting fully pinged out. I'm surprised Dire's not just pushing top, but yeah, they're going to get surrounded.
They're going to fight under this ward, it looks like. I don't know about this. This is risky, but...
Uh-oh, they're thinking about going for the outpost. There's going to be a blink forward. Who do they find? It's a nice Fisher from Air before the BKBs come out.
No curse.
He's stunned up. There is no curse. Seneko goes down, but so does I. And there's going to be the ulti from Spectre. The egg goes down in Supreme. He is just getting eaten alive by FN and DM. This very well could just be the last fight as they're all just getting right-clicked down. There's just too much farm on these Dire heroes right now.
Yeah. The gem pickup on DM meant you can't really play around your invis anymore, and yeah, that's
going to be Roche. Yeah, they're going to super secure. Well, DM blinks and the rest of them left. All right, well, what are you guys doing? All right, we're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know about fighting out. Like I was just saying, Phoenix and Wyvern want those fights out in the open or, you know, around different cliffs and stuff. Wyvern does get picked off to start the fight, but I think part of the reason why I'm was happy to just run in like that is because he knew he had buyback. So yeah, if you're under a Beastmaster Hulk, you get bursted at the start of the fight, but you set your team up to win the fight by just buying back. So very easy fight for VPP. I don't think NIP had a good game plan going into that one.
And it just feels like we are going to be going into the base push. Who ended up taking the Ags, by the way? Was it the Spectre? Spectre did so he could do this? I love it. If you don't know, it's pretty much just a single target ulti with a very low cooldown and, well, gets to hit him with the dagger again, so he has the vision for the... He's just dead because he has the vision with that dagger. That's such a smart play by Epileptic Kid, just going to burn him down with the Radiance. That's nice.
Nice.
And I was actually going to be like, I don't think they get to him, but I guess the split pushing, he can just solo kill the Tempest double every time with it now, too.
So with the Shadow Step, you need vision of the hero, I guess, to use it? Is that how it works?
Yes, it is. You have to be able to click on him. Luckily, a custom game I had added that in, so I learned how it worked. Yeah, you have to have vision. You right-click, or you just click it on him, and you're going.
You can't, like, click their portrait at the top or anything like that?
If you have vision of them, maybe. I have no clue. I didn't actually try that. God dang, you make me look bad. I said I practiced, and then I didn't. Touche.
These Ags, man. These Ags are crazy.
I love
Here
all
we go.
Ags.
The smoke, the wraparound, the old complexity TI2 smoke gank.
And they're going real. I don't know where they're going. They're going deep, though.
Where are they going?
Where are they, actually?
Are they hunting Spectre? I think they're hunting for Epileptic.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill Spectre. I mean, not a bad idea. You're hoping the Spectre's farming somewhere. You roar plus Silver Edge Killer.
Nothing there. They almost Killer Chicken, but they don't want to give away the position. And now you're just going to lose 2 sets of racks. Can't lose that third quite yet since you have the tier 2 bottom. There's going to be the Shadow Step. He is into the base. Saberlight actually gets the roar up on him. He does have that cheese. He doesn't have the Aegis, but he is so empty. And the Cold Embrace with the Dispersion. They're just going to get destroyed under their tower. Will be a buyback from the Beastmaster. They're doing a lot of damage, but the egg explodes. Hits on all 5. FN has the Satanic. He's fine. Epileptic Kid right-clicking them all down. There's going to be buybacks from everyone. Can they defend this, or are they just going to get 10-0 wiped here? There's the dunk. They hit one. They don't get the cheese. Epileptic Kid does go down. Arrow gets Ein as well, and oh my goodness.
Where's the buyback?
The Spectre doesn't have it, and DM, do they have it? They have a Yules. They're going to find another one, and just like that, I don't know if NIP's back in the game. It's a 34K gold lead, but hey.
Can they, Grant? Can they do this?
Do you just run down middle? You have to do something.
I think so.
Nope.
They're probably thinking we got to force some buybacks, but those buybacks, at least on the Spectre and Wyvern, do not exist. They know Wyverns is down.
Yes, so they know one of the base defending supports gone, the BKB piercing disable gone. So at best it could be a 4v5. You have to pressure. That was a good use of just buying back in your base, right? An Era, we talked about when the Spectre ulti's on cooldown, you actually get some ultis off, and there's going to be one buyback.
So Phoenix is cutting the mid wave that's coming, so they have one creep wave to deal with, which is going to be the DK's job.
Yeah.
He's got a repair kit as well.
Okay, they should be able to. It doesn't give you split shot anymore, but you have the glyph, which does, so this should be fine. I think you just got to make sure this creep wave clears out. Yeah, I feel heroes should tank the hits from it if they do, but we'll see.
Yeah, they're going to ignore mid and go for bottom, fight away from the repair kit. It doesn't look like they're going for the throne. I mean, you see this Spectre 25 seconds. You just don't have enough time here. So I think at best they're getting like one lane.
If that, you have the other repair kit up. They are going to bring it down. So you have one repair left. Or maybe not. I think you used it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the third went, but
they're going to get one set of racks, and they're just going to run away. They only get the melee. I think it's a good idea. Get out and, well, you're 27K down, but guess what? You showed if you have 10 lives to throw at them in your base, you can still take the fight.
Yeah, so what happens without the 10 lives?
I would say you lose the game. I think if you're just VP.Prodigy, I think you just play aggressive, right? There is no reason for you to kind of sit back at this point. You know all of the buybacks are gone.
Yeah, I think maybe you wait for Epileptic Kid to have his own buyback and then play some aggressive. But even with that, as long as most of your heroes have buyback, you should be pretty safe. Yeah.
And that was Epileptic Kid, by the way, setting up his team for that fight. He shadow stepped into the mid line on Saberline. Saberline's like, what? All right, just roared him. And it was a nice save by the Winter Wyvern, but you were so deep in at that point.
Yeah, it's hard. And anytime Wyvern has to like blink forward aggressively to save teammates with Cold Embrace, you're just exposing yourself. Because definitely one of the biggest targets you can go for if you're NIP.
They will try to split push out middle. How is he doing on the Arc War now? Still only level 21. The Spectre is 28. The Quap is 27. So he's got all the items. But, dude, he actually, you just can't get levels on this hero since all the farming's done on your double.
Charlie does hit 25 himself on Death Prophet, so gets the haste. Yeah.
That'll be nice. Has the Shivas now. You're still pretty much a full item down. But, hey, we've seen crazier things, gods.
We have. It's not, they didn't get the full mega creeps. The bottom lane still standing, and VPP are going to play for that next team fight. The Spectre is just continuing to hit some creeps, probably looking to farm buyback. 3K gold, still not enough. You need like, what, 4.5K for buyback?
Quite a bit, yeah. Charlie will pull the creeps off the tower. And okay, they're going to blink in. They pop the BKB. Whoa, see you later, Aaron. I lied. He's the one person with buyback, so he will buy back. Maybe baiting out. The egg is down. So they've already used that cooldown. Supreme's Tempest double will get stunned, but they have to get out. Yeah, DM is actually in a lot of trouble. He will get safe, but they want to go for more. Epileptic Kid, he is frozen inside the base. He's doing a lot with dispersion, but Era just locks him. They've killed him again. 100 saves, he's down, but Saberlight dies. Era dies. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Who else can they find? Charlie looks for save. He's chasing with this Exorcism grants haste. Now he's in trouble. They have the dust. Oh no, Charlie, he has Yules. It won't matter. He's dead, no buyback, and maybe they could have turned it, but now it's feeling like it's just over. FN will get saved up. He even had that satanic pop. He's trying DM, almost dead. They get the kill, but the GGs are called. Well, just the one GG, and there we go. GG, well played. All right, we got GGs from both sides this time. And wow, a crazy game number 2.